Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Sorry about being a tiny bit late. Yeah, I just was. That's all. Really, yeah, I just was. But I'm here, for better or for worse, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. Had a sort of tiring day at work, but not nearly as bad as it's been for like the past 2 weeks or so. So that's always good. That's good. It seems like it's slowly kind of calming down a tiny bit. I hope. Hopefully. But anyway, we are finally back to some more Labyrinth of Grisaia. It's been a little bit. Been a teensy-weensy bit. Ooh, excuse me. I'm losing my train of thought here. I'm slightly distracted. Don't know why. Yeah, we're back with more Labyrinth. We're done the main story that was entirely Yuji's backstory. We're done with Yumiko's after story from how her route ended back in Fruit. And we're in the middle of Makina's after story from how her route ended back in Fruit. Where we are now, they've just come back to Japan, so good old, yeah, so basically so Makina can technically get her license to work in Japan and stuff. So they can potentially come back and not live in America anymore. Oh, and also just for good old, Makina to get her own number, not keep using Yuji's. Because now she works for Ichigaya, taking on all the wonderful, potential assassination missions and whatnot. That he kinda can't do much anymore. Because now he's got Robo-Arm. Yeah, he got Robo-Arm now. But she's got the sniping skills and other techniques, then she's able to kind of take it up. She's doing what Yuji used to do for Asako. And it's been like over a year or so since that has happened. One of the first things Makina did when she got back into Japan was take a few pot shots at her mom's office, just to scare the shit out of her. That was it. That's all. Only like 2 shots. One to break the window, one to actually get in there and do something. But she didn't actually hit anybody. It was just to say, "Hi, Mom, I'm home." Fucking hate her mom. And their next stop was to go back to, I'm blanking on the name of the school again. I'm blanking on the name of the school. I forgot what the name of the school is. Basically, go back to the school. Go back to the school, check in on everyone and they have not seen in a little while. Everyone's more or less kind of the same. Amane's get graduated out, actually, but it's kind of staying as the dorm... kind of like the dorm attendant. Just kind of checking in, make sure everything's all well and good and whatnot. Sachi is just being Sachi, being the dutiful maid. Both were surprised to see both of us back. Makina being Makina and taking fucking Sachi's panties. Because that happened. We're now getting Amane to make food, and good old Yuji went to go and see Michiru on his own while she was, having a nap in a classroom. And her first thought was, "Oh, I'm still dreaming. Oh, Yuji's here. It's one of those dreams. Alright, come on, let's get it over with." She was expecting everything. Started with kissing and would have gotten further, then she realized it wasn't a dream and Yuji was actually in front of her. That is where we left off. So we haven't seen Yumiko yet. But based off the title of this, She's coming up. So let's load her up. I'm just gonna get right into it. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna go right in and, you know, continue with the insanity that is Grisaia. And that just leaves Sakaki and Chizuru. Given their physical positions in relation to mine, I'm closest to Sakaki in the library. Makina and I probably made life a good deal harder for Sakaki when we left Mihama behind. That's it, it was Mihama. It's Mihama Academy. Oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot. Oh god. Given that, I probably should have gone looking for her before anyone else. But to be honest, my guilty conscience is making me feel a little reluctant. Guess there's no reason to rush over right now. I rush right over. God damn it, I don't know how to read immediately. On the basis of this highly transparent rationalization, I wander over to a nearby vending machine. When I rifle through my pocket for spare change, I find a few quarters and dimes, but nothing in the way of yen. Yeah, that's true, they've been in America. They've been in America for a while. It's not really gonna have any yen. Clicking my tongue in irritation, I check my wallet. It's full of 10,000 yen bills fresh from the bank. Much too large to use in a vending machine. Yeah, it's $100 bills. He's got $100 bills. You're not putting a $100 bill in a vending machine. I should have asked for some smaller bills when I was exchanging my currency. If I'd asked JB to handle it for me, she definitely would have thought of that. But I always seem to overlook these little details. I know how quickly a few minor errors can lead to complete disaster, so that only makes it all the more frustrating. Oh, you're very just calm about that. Sakaki? Appearing out of nowhere, Sakaki greets me in a casual tone of a friend inquiring about my vacation. She positions herself calmly in front of the vending machine, apparently not particularly interested in my reply. Alive and minus one arm. But I mean, hey. Still alive, so that's something. Oh my god. Muttering to herself, Sakaki tries to open the sugarless lemonade she just purchased. But she seems to be struggling with the tab on top of the can. What is she, Makina? No, even Makina can open her own soda these days. I hold out my hand the way I used to when Makina was struggling with something. Looking up at me a little bashfully, Sakaki quietly hands the can over. Here. Taking the can back from me, Sakaki takes a swig of her lemonade, then lets out a small sigh. She is very calm about this, not, hey, what the fuck? You're back? You're alive? She's like, oh, I didn't think you'd actually come back. Well, I mean, you're alive at least. Like, what a first reaction. I thought you were dead. Nothing, sorry. All of a sudden, I feel like an idiot for getting all worried about what I'd say to you. Guess I forgot what kind of person you are, Sakaki. Thanks for reminding me.
言いたいことはなんとなくわかるけれど、私だって別にあなたとの再会を喜んでいないわけでもないのよ。
He's just riling her up.
それに、たとえそれがどんな形であれ、この学園を出ていくことができた人間がいるということは、嬉しくも羨ましいことだとも思っているわ。
No matter what the circumstances, huh? Are you aware of Makina's current situation?
もちろん、すべてを理解しているとは言わないけれど、大体のところは理解しているつもりよ。
She's just
あな
got...
たのその右腕のこともね。
You got eyes and ears literally everywhere. You heard about the fact we got Robo-Arm now? From who? How much do you know?
私の知っていることなんてたかが知れているわ。正確な情報なんて2割程度で、あとの8割は当てずっぽうだし。でも、椅子に座っているだけで得られる情報というのも、なかなか侮れないものよ。あなた、イリスさんのためにあれほど嫌がっていた正社員になったでしょ。以下着任、おめでとう。
Okay, she literally like knows fucking everything. The appointment hasn't been formally issued yet.
へえ、あなた本当に正社員になるのね。私は今、勘で言っただけなのに。
Damn it, Sakaki. Wish I knew why your guesses are always on the mark. What were you planning to do if you were wrong?
別にそうはしないわよ。むしろ間違っている発言の方が、相手はいい気になって正解をベラベラと喋ってくれるしね。
Wow. She knows how to manipulate questions. Great interrogation technique right there. You really are one nasty woman. In the old days, they used to call Japan Spy Heaven. From what I heard, it was almost comically easy for any trained operative to get detailed information out of our officials. You'd start off by planting a few random, fragmentary bits of gossip, then weave them together into a plausible-sounding story. By discussing your bogus rumor loudly and confidently, you'd soon convince your target to explain, "You've got it all wrong." At this point, you'd fire back with a condescending, "Maybe you're just not in the know?" Soon enough, the target would be giving you everything you wanted to know in painstaking detail. God damn, that's a classic. That's actually a classic. In any case, I wasn't able to resolve things without pulling Makina into my world. Which makes me a failure as a father.
あなたのその感情が会社に利用されているって気がついている？だいたいあの状況で他の選択肢なんてなかったわ。もし責任の所在的な根本的なミスを一つ挙げるとしたら、あなたを手に入れるためにイリスさんが個人資産を移動させてしまったことね。冷たい言い方かもしれないけれど、イリスさんにしてみれば自業自得。むしろ巻き込まれたのはあなたの方よ。
Makina does seem to feel guilty about that. She keeps saying that she's chosen her own path, but the road she's headed down definitely isn't an easy one.
父親としては自分の踏んできた鉄を娘には踏ませたくはない。
That about covers it.
さて困ったわ。どうやって慰めようかしら。
Yeah, if you're offering, wouldn't mind drowning my sorrows in carnal pleasure.
それ以外の方法で。
God fucking damn it. Just a joke.
あなたね、その手の冗談で今まで何人の女の子を泣かせてきたの
？Stop counting at 100, actually.
今ここでその諸悪の根源をちょんっていくべきかしら。
There's the box cutter. Was just kidding around, alright? Coming from you, that doesn't sound like a joke.
冗談が笑えないのはお互い様。あなたには言われたくないわ。だいたいそのあなたの冗談を本気にする子がいたらどうする気？
Ever seen similar at Grisaia? Yeah, it's Grisaia. How you doing, Aura? How's it going? It wouldn't have cost me anything. In fact, it might work to my advantage if it gets them in a good mood.
本当に嫌な男ね、あなた。
That's rich coming from you.
何の話をしていたのだったかしら。
Makina.
ああ、そうだったわね。言ったと思うけど、どんな形であれ、この学園を出ていけたのなら幸せで、それは純粋に羨ましいことなのよ。
Yumiko gives us Ray from Sailor Moon, but more snappy. Oh, yeah. She's definitely one that's quick to anger and will lash out. At least until you get to her route, and then she like really mellows out because it's her route, and you find out why she's like that. And then she just cools right the fuck off. And becomes super timid. Like, to an insane degree. She just kind of becomes really timid. But I mean, that was the entirety of Fruit. It was showing that the Yumiko we saw was like a mask. In a way. I mean, all the girls are like masking. All of them are. In some way, shape, or form, they're putting on a mask. Some kind of facade. Yumiko's is just kind of the real big stark contrast. You just got my Oculus charger stand? Ooh, nice, nice.
あなたは一人で考えると、悪い方へと考え始める超ネガティブ人間だから。もしかすると、俺と出会わなければみたいなことを考えているかもしれない。でもね、あなたが思っているほど、この学園は楽園ではないのよ。
We know this is technically a prison for you. We get it.
この学園はね、生きるのが面倒になって足を止めてしまった人間を一時的に受け入れるために作られた器でしかないのよ。どんな形であったにせよ、自分の足で自分の道を歩いてきたあなたにはわからないかもしれないけれど、救いの手が必ずしも救いであるとは限らない。
Tsunoyoshi, I don't know who I don't know who is in Twitch, got in Discord. Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I did see it. They, out of the blue, bought it. That was nice of them. That was really nice of them.
"他人の手で与えられた安住の地、足を止めてしまった人間の入れ物、偽りの安定。安定してしまえば、あとは腐っていくだけなのが人間。
Okay, we're getting a little deep here. We are actually getting a little bit deep here. Hmm.
足を止めてしまったことで、周囲の歩き続ける人間を見て感じる無駄な焦りを感じさせないための遮断壁。
Hey, Corky, how's it going?
成長の途中で木から落ちてしまった果実を腐らせないために用意した冷蔵庫。それがこの美浜学園なのよ。
God, I finally got hilarious enough. I was gonna buy one the last week, but then I held off. Good, I thank you. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Tiny bit sore from work, but not like the last 2 weeks. Nothing like that.
そんな立ち止まってしまった人間ばかりが集まるこの学園で、少なくともイリスさんは自らの意志で前に進むことを選んだ。それはとても幸運なことよ。そもそも どうしてあなたのような男を奨学金まで負担して入学を許したと思っているの？
The government BS. I don't know. We're an assassin. Didn't Tachibana Chizuru arrange that as the principal? Yeah, she kind of owed us one because we saved her life in Vancouver. Even though we let her struggle in the water because she couldn't swim. At like the age of 25? Or something? She was in her 20s, she didn't know how to swim. Understand alone, store from playing 20 songs of step. I wish I had that stamina. I wish I had the coordination. I could do maybe 4 songs of good old, DDR back in the day. Probably not too much now, though. Probably not too much now, though. One, I don't have access to a DDR mat. And the last time I did, I was lucky to get through 1 song when testing the machine out, just to make sure, alright, do all the arrows actually trigger when I step on them? The answer was yesn't. Sometimes they triggered, sometimes they didn't. I'd replace all the parts underneath the pad, and they still wouldn't want to trigger, so... You know what, fuck it, I got it at least a usable state. Those things are tricky and temperamental. Also, the machine was over 20 years old, straight from Japan. The thing was old as hell. The CRT was dead. Had to put just a computer monitor on the inside. Had to connect that monitor to the computer in the game with an upscaler, just so it could actually send the signal to that monitor. I'm amazed. I'm absolutely amazed that thing could actually function again. We had to spend so much money just to get that thing running again. It was a moneymaker before the screen finally decided to say, nah, I'm just gonna die now. Bye. And it's like, great, how do we replace a CRT on an over 20-year-old machine in the digital era? And it wasn't even like, just put any kind of CRT screen in there. It was literally, it's just the screen. There's the backing with all the wires just kind of connected to the other end. There was no shell. It was literally just the screen. Thing weighed a ton. It was fun to pull out, I guess. But I was making sure not to drop it very hard, and when I had to get it out of the way of everyone, I put it in the middle of the now defunct dark ride, so no one would be able to touch it accidentally, because guess what? Even if a CRT tube, cathode ray tube has been off for a long time, it's still gonna hold a charge. Those things hold a charge for a very long time, so they're very dangerous. You don't want to be breaking those things. Not willy-nilly. You gotta properly dispose of CRTs. Cavs are killer. I went through my app to see all the songs I played in my progress. Got a bit tipsy too. Wanted to buy a Stepmania DDR. DDR machines are expensive. Obviously, they're massive things of metal with all the songs on there, though, I mean, it's literally a computer. If you want more songs on there, it's just get a new CD with new songs on there and it should load up just fine. In theory. I think. I don't know. We never actually tried it out. We had the original songs from, like, the early 2000s. All the animations on there were from the early 2000s. That ain't no high quality CG in there. Yeesh. It was a throwback every time I had to go near it just to do other stuff around there. Now everyone, Cavs might be hurting, but clearly they are a Stepmania DDR Maverick have the stamina to just outdance the rest of us. So go and check Oracle out, and maybe you will catch her doing one of those kinds of streams. Maybe even a Just Dance stream that she's done before in the past. If not, you can just relax on some nice, comfy, cozy art. So give her that wonderful follow. I need to buy a gosh darn silhouette machine. No, now you need to get the DDR machine. Spend the, like, 3-4 grand. Ship it in there and hope it all works. It takes up a lot of floor space. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It takes up a lot of floor space. And is incredible. Oh, I mean, the cabinet itself isn't very heavy. Yeah, mostly because it's kind of on wheels. It was somewhat easy to move the cabinet itself. The pad, however, oh god. That thing literally, like, weighs a ton. Literally weighs a ton. Just trying to shift it ever so slightly to the right was a struggle. I may not look it, but I got decent strength. I can move and lift more things than you would think, and I'm struggling with that thing. Other machines, I got no problem just kind of shoving and moving around. This thing, I'm, like, having to really, like, ground myself and lean back to pull. It was... Ooh. I never want to do it again. And, I mean, technically, I don't have to now. I haven't had to for well over a year. I still miss that job sometimes. I liked working in an arcade. It was a lot of fun, I would say. It was definitely a lot of fun. And equally, just about as much fun as you would have going and checking out Corky Bug. Yeah, Mermaid VTuber, who's going to be having a new model reveal on the 21st. They got a very busy day that day with a massive schedule of different games and activities. So if you want to be there for that big day, 21st is the date. Mark it. Corky Bug is the channel. Be there or be square. Everything feels stiff. Now, where were we in this? Oh yeah, discussing how we ended up at this school, apparently. Where do I get a high-quality mat? I don't like a glass mat. When I dance down Anime North or something similar. I don't know. I also never saw the mats they had at Anime North. I didn't really go to that part of it. I mean, it was there briefly. Kinda. Pretty sure it was. Maybe? I don't know. If it was in the far-off building away from the rest of the con, then I was only there twice, and that was for 2 different trivia game shows. The Gundam one that I came second in, with a random guy I picked from the audience to be my partner. And then the Kingdom Hearts one that me and my buddies came first in, because we're apparently mega nerds. That's 2 years in a row we've won Kingdom Hearts trivia. Last year was a complete landslide. Like, we had a landslide victory. This year, it was down to the final it was down to 2 of us. We had the same thing, and it was down to a tiebreaker question, which, I only got after I initially didn't know the answer to. The other guy tried to answer. He kind of got, like, the first part of it, and then from there, I kind of guessed at it and got it. The tiebreaker question being, what is the name of Xemnas' weapon? His standard basic weapon. His basic ethereal blades. The answer was interdiction. I only got that because the guy said inter something. And then I just chimed in with interdiction. It was really fun. Bro, I wish I was there for Kingdom Hearts. It was something, honestly. The trivia was good. The questions were completely different from what they were the year before. Unlike the Gundam one. The Gundam one was the exact same questions as the year before. Like, same slideshow and everything. But the Kingdom Hearts one, it was different. And then everyone got mad at one guy because he tried to get bonus points for trying to, like, say they made a mistake on a question, and then that screwed it up for everybody. Which was... wow. I know I should be playing the game. I'm going off on a tangent to really talk about this, a few months ago when that happened. The question was, what was Roxas's joke weapon in 358 Days Over 2? Most of us said stick. Most of us said stick. Technically, that is not his joke weapon. His joke weapon, I think, is either a mop or a bat. The stick was a story thing that he used for, like, a single mission. They would have accepted stick for everyone. They would have accepted it, but one guy made a stink about it. He made some kind of stink about how they worded the question and the answer, so it's like, no. Anyone put stick? No answers. No one gets the point for that. No one gets the point for stick. So, everyone was kind of pissed off. I don't know if I would win, but I'm sure I would be good. Well, I mean, for the Kingdom Hearts 1, we worked in teams of 3, and they would all have the questions up. You'd write down the answer to them on the sheet. Then after all the questions were done, you pass it to someone else in another group in the audience, and then they mark off whether it's correct or not. Pass it back, and then it's just whoever got the higher totals, won. We just got lucky with, there were 2 of us this year that got the highest score. We were like, after bonus points and stuff from other kind of questions, we had 1 off from being perfect. Like, literally, like, we both just had 1 point off, and we were the highest. No one else matched us. So we had to do the tiebreaker. But me and my friends did win in the end. It was kind of exhilarating. And I kept the answer sheet that got marked by the, other group, because they put the corrections in, but they did it in, like, a really cute way and did tiny little drawings or quotes if our thing was wrong. It was actually really adorable. I'm glad I kept it. I gotta find it. It's somewhere hiding in my room. There's no way I'm getting rid of that. Except the one question they asked was, how much money did you need to collect? Like, how much money did the group need to collect, to go to the beach at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2? Most of us said 2,000. That is incorrect. That is just how much Roxas would collect on his own and could collect. But collectively, they wanted the collective amount. So that's where we got tripped up. That's where, like, a majority of us got tripped up. It wasn't how much did Roxas need to collect, it's how much did all of them need to collect. And there wasn't an exact figure, because the item even says it has this much money in it. I know, the stick is... That's why everyone remembers that quote. Roxas, that's a stick. Everyone remembers that quote. It's why everyone said stick. But one guy just had to ruin it for everybody. I haven't looked online if they, like, actually... If anyone filmed that. I doubt it. Am I gonna be doing... Yeah, apparently I'm gonna be doing it right now. Apparently I'm gonna try and look it up right now. Sorry for the random intermission here. I swear, Kingdom Hearts Trivia Anime North. Well, that was the 2019 panel, so no. I didn't do it in 2019. I did it in 2024 and 2023. I know someone used to do it. That's something. I don't know why I'm doing this right now. I just suddenly got on it. Well, I found the Facebook page for it. But that's not going to do anything for me. Because it's literally just the Facebook page. Yeah, that doesn't look like anyone filmed it. I'm buying coffee syrup. What should I go for? Raspberry? Is raspberry the only option? I also don't drink coffee, so I'm like probably the worst person to ask. I will say chocolate bar because chocolate's always nice. I will say chocolate. Go with chocolate bar. I should probably get this game going.
実際に入学を許可したのはうちの理事会よ。あなたは最悪のケースから立ち直った。いえ、問題を抱えたまま立ち直ったふりをして生きている希少なサンプルとして入学が許可されたというわけ。
Salted caramel chocolate? I still say the chocolate bar. I see.
正直なところ、あなたを入学させることでどんな変化が起こるかは誰も予想できなかったけれど、今思えば正解だったと言えなくもないわ。少なくともイリスさんが再び自分の足で歩き出すきっかけにはなったしね。
Pumpkin spice. I'm still standing firm on chocolate bar. Even if it isn't an easy one?
そう。どんな形であったにせよ。ね。それともあなたは師匠のことを恨んでいたりするのかしら。
Ooh, bringing up Asako. Seriously, how much do you know about me?
全然知らないわ。言ってみただけ。
Look, it's not really a problem if you found out about my past. Just spare me the cheap sympathy and psychoanalysis, please.
誰がするもんですか。めんどくさい。私は自分のことで手一杯なのよ。
Yumiko?
何よ急に。名前で呼ばないで。
Just felt like the thing to say.
そういう意味のない意趣返しはやめて。
I always love their conversations. They'll generally talk about stuff that's maybe a little more, like, you know, adult. They'll have more serious conversations. But then they have this always back and forth where he's just throwing barbs at her. Just to rile her up. That's it. She tries to put on this cool, calm exterior, and he breaks through it, like, immediately. I love that. I always love that with their, like, dynamic. Good lord, who's got time for that?
だから。
In any case, you're basically telling me not to waste time moping about the decisions I've already made, right?
そういうことよ。それで、この後はあなたたちどうするの？
After this, you mean? We're having a curry party at my room tonight. Try to stop by if you got some free time.
そうじゃなくて、あなたとイリスさんの今後の身の振り方よ。このまま日本に残るの？
Not sure yet. It depends on the results of Makina's examinations. If she gets licensed to work in Japan, there's a good chance we'll be staying in the country.
この学園に戻ってくる気はあるの？
Being a student again would make life a lot easier for Makina and me, but it's ultimately up to the company. Made a mistake. Whoops, chocolate bar is the salted caramel. Okay, then go with that one. Just go with that one then.
下手に身分を偽装するぐらいなら、美浜の学生が一番面倒がないわ。きっと会社も許可するどころか推奨するんじゃないかしら。
It almost sounds like you want us to come back. Don't you have a hard time dealing with Makina?
確かに得意ではないわ。でもそれほど嫌っているわけでもないし。
Ah. Are you in love with me then?
なんでそうなるのよ。
Just felt like the thing to say.
しまった。つまらない男に余計な言葉を覚えさせてしまった。
Yumiko is tsundere confirmed? No, she's a kudere. Mitsuru, my favorite character, is the tsundere. A very bad tsundere. She's a pseudo tsundere. She's trying hard to be a tsundere, but kind of fails at it. Going so far as to literally dye her hair blonde to, you know, really live the role. Yo, MC's kind of sassy and savage. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is. He's sassy, he's savage, he's also misogynistic a lot of the time. He's an interesting character. There's a lot of times where I praise him, and a lot of times where I wish he would just stop. In universe, he gets it from his master, who was a woman, and would constantly say that stuff as well. So, yeah. He doesn't really have a filter. At all. He has zero Yeah, it's a thing. I mean, so I guess spoilers for Fruit and other stuff for this. Our main character is a guy who was orphaned at a young age, taken in by a terrorist, trained to be an assassin, a cross-dressing assassin, mind you, as well. Don't worry about it. Was then taken in by another assassin who managed to somewhat make him kinda a normal person again, while also training him to take up her job of being a government-contracted assassin. At the start of Fruit, his master has been dead for like a year or so, and he just wants to live like he wants to at least experience a semi-normal life, so he gets set up to go to a school. Yeah. There you go. He's got a lot of baggage. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He has a lot of baggage. And this specific version of the main character in this after story also has a robot arm right now because he lost his arm at the end of the one route. And not just, he kind of like, it's just something maybe like he just broke and it didn't heal right. No, he basically took a shotgun to the side and it was just kind of barely hanging on. And then to kind of, at least for a short time, make people think he died, he just kind of apparently grabbed it, ripped it off, and threw it in the trash. But now he's got a robo-arm, and his company he ran away from, it just kind of accepted him back anyway. It's just like, okay, cool. And now you bring small child to replace you. Even better. There's a lot. Grisaia's a lot, okay? There's a lot. It's just... Oh. So much happens in this... In the 2 games I've gone through so far, this being the second one. A lot has gone on. A lot happens. A lot is probably going to happen. The main route of this game ended on a cliffhanger of all things. Because of course it did. Pretty convenient, that little phrase. I think it might catch on. Don't get mad at me, Yumi-chan. Anyway, there's a chance Makina and I will be needing more favors from you in the future. I hope you'll put up with us.
分かったわよ。そのことは一応学園長にも相談しておきなさい。
Got it. I was just about to say hello to her anyway. Also, Sakaki?
何かしら？まだ何か？
Right now, I'm genuinely glad I got the chance to see you again. And I don't want you to misunderstand. I'm not just saying this because you happen to be standing in front of me right now. Can you trust me on that?
だから何よ？
No, never mind. It's too sudden. You'll probably get angry.
何なの？言いにくいようなこと？いいから、そこまで言ったのなら全部言いなさいよ。
He's gonna do something to get her mad. Okay, I'm calling it right now. He's gonna do something that's just gonna get her, like, completely wound up and off, just going off. I need some change. Mind lending me 120 yen or so?
Huh?
I forgot to ask for small bills when I exchanged my cash, so I can't use the vending machine. Lend me some change?
なんだろう。もしかして風見雄二はバカなのかしら。そしてそんなバカの言葉をドキドキしながら待っていた私が一番バカなの。ねえ。
I'll trade you for a $5 bill if you want. Oh! Oh, come on! That's dangerous! Don't go throwing your coin purse at people.
好きなだけ飲めばいいじゃない。
Hey! Yumi-chan!
ユミちゃん言うな。
Oh, she can try. She fails. She's tried to hit him with that box cutter she has so many times. He just, without even thinking, dodges it. Did I take that joke a little too far? And again, this is just how things go with me and Sakaki. We keep our distance. If we get too close, we end up poking each other with our thorns. Picking a handful of coins out of the purse she hurled at me, I slipped them into the vending machine and pressed the button for my usual oolong tea. Seriously, Sakaki. Even your wallet's dull. Making a mental note to return Sakaki's plain black coin purse later, I take a gulp of oolong tea, then set off for the principal's office. Oh no. Oh, Chizuru. If there's anyone he teases more than any of the other girls in this game, it's this principal. I feel so bad for Chizuru. I also wish she had an actual route. In reversal from my last visit to this school, the last person I have left to meet is our beloved principal, Tachibana Chizuru. Good lord, where is this gonna go? Come to think of it, it caused a lot of trouble for Chizuru as well. And she was probably pretty sad about how everything turned out. Despite her professional facade, she is a needy little girl at heart. The way you were like, oh god, Chizuru. You've seen how he was with Yumiko, the one who actually tries to physically harm him. Now he's gonna go to someone who can't do anything at all to him. Won't do anything. They're that meek. He said a lot of things to her in the last game. A lot of things. All is a joke, but still, holy shit. Perhaps this calls for a show of sincere kindness on my part? No. Hold on a second. Didn't Sakaki yell at me about this? When you say things that might be misinterpreted, there's always a risk you to get yourself in trouble. The last thing I need is for her to get the wrong idea, cuddle up to me, and start talking in some nauseatingly sweet tone of voice. And again, even if she does squeeze against me like an amorous slug, perhaps it would be best to respond with patient tolerance. To approach the matter like a warm-hearted old man, smiling gently as his granddaughter hands him a mangled friendship bracelet. Look how he's describing this stuff! Should I attack forcefully or tolerate indulgently? It's kind of a tough call. Think this over carefully, Kazumi Yuji. What is it you're always telling Makina? That's right. When you've decided to do something, but don't know how, stop thinking and go on the attack. An attack it is, then. A true officer always strives to be an exemplar for those under his command. Show them what you're made of, Kazumi Yuji! The first part! Hey there, Principal Figurehead! Good news! Kazumi Yuji's returned. I might start attending this dump of a school again if I feel like it. I don't want to deal with the red tape, so have the documents signed and ready for me, you baby-faced four eyes! Oh, Chizuru, I'm so sorry. She's also, like, in her late 20s. But looks like a teenager. Oh my god. What's all this, then? Hiding from the student body while you scarf down bean jam cakes? No wonder that face got so round. It looks like a Manju bun. Your new name is Manju Four Eyes. See what I mean by meek? She doesn't deserve this. She doesn't deserve this at all. He's just... He's just so nasty to her for no reason. Why are we being so mean to Principal? Hey, Nichols. It's Yuji. That's all I gotta say. It's Yuji. He hasn't seen her in over a year, and this is his first interaction with her. Stop crying, damn it. Listen, don't get the wrong idea. It's not like I care about you or anything.
Tsundere?
Sorry to have worried you, Chizuru. I've returned to the academy, and to you. Sorry, I got bored. Mind if I dial things down a few notches? Oh my god. He's a chaotic little shit. Yep.
He keeps kicking me in the dick. Why? Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
Thank you, Nick. Also, how you doing? Anyway, I've returned like the shameless idiot I am. Sorry, Chizuru. Yeah, well, I'm sure you've heard from JB, but I lost an arm out there. He probably took a little bit of my swagger with it.
いろいろと大変だったみたいだけれど、私の知っている風見雄二なら必ず生きて帰ってくるって信じてたわよ。
Doing pretty well? Good, good. I'm glad you're doing well, Nick. I'm glad you're doing well, buddy. At least he apologized, and he always does apologize in the end. But he's still an asshole. Yuji's just an asshole. Also, to answer your question earlier, I would say model for Fire Emblem. I'd say go model. That was a long time ago. Back in the day, when my post changed, my nickname tended to change as well. When I was supporting my squad as a jungle sniper, it was Birdman. I mostly stayed out of sight, but they could hear my voice and call me back. Kind of like a carrier pigeon. And after my skills earned me a position as an assassination specialist, they started calling me Boomerang. I was always constantly flying off to some new job, but I always came back in one piece. Messy hair model? Oh, heck yeah! Messy hair was definitely the way to go. Messy hair was 100% the way to go. People used to think it was good luck having me around, since I always made it home alive. But right now, I'm barely even functional as a soldier. If someone took you hostage right now, I might not be able to rescue you like I did last time.
それでも、私がピンチになったら助けに来てくれるんでしょ?
Would I? Well, yeah. I do owe you a lot.
それでこそ、私の超人、風見雄二ね。とは言っても、そうそう人質になるようなこともないでしょうけど。
I'd hope not. It really shouldn't be a regular thing.
それで？そんな憎まれ口を聞くためだけに私のところへ来たわけじゃないんでしょ?
True. I wanted to say hello now that I'm back in the country, and to inform you that I might return to Mihama. I'm hoping you can lay the groundwork in advance.
あなたとイリスさんね。いつでも再入学できるように書類はもう用意してあるわ。
This is why Chizuru is like number one. Not bad for a figurehead who just rubber stamps the board's decisions.
その言い草は気に入りませんね。いくら理事会が承認したところで、私がハンコを押さなければ入学は許可されないのよ。
Won't be a problem. Thanks to JB, I've learned a number of techniques for making a woman sign on the dotted line.
どうしてそういう意地悪を言うのかしら。
Well, why do you have a face that makes me want to bully you?
知りませんよ。この顔は生まれつきです。
Alright then. Next time someone picks on you, tell them, only Kazumi-kun gets to bully me.
それって遠回しに、私は風見雄二の女ですって言ってるようなもんじゃない。
She actually wouldn't mind that. Every girl in this series has a thing for him for some reason. What was that? Can't hear you, woman. Speak up!
なんでもないです。だいたい私は先生ですよ。しかも学園長ですよ。少しは敬おうって気はないの？
Is that an order? I think I show you plenty of respect in my own way.
命令なんかしたくないからこうなっているのでしょう。
There's no point to education through discipline. In practice, it's just another way of asserting your dominance through violence. That sort of thing only makes you enemies. It's a good way to get yourself shot from behind on the battlefield. In the organization I belong to, every order you're given is equally absolute. Disobedience is never acceptable. But what really matters isn't the nature of your orders, it's the person who's issuing them. It's a lot easier to risk your life when the person telling you to charge is an officer you've come to trust and respect. Obviously, you can't let emotions dictate how your organization functions. But it's hard to obey someone on the basis of rank alone. When necessary, an officer can even order their men to die. And for such authority comes with a heavy weight of responsibility. Hast thou not gone against sincerity? Hast thou not felt ashamed of thy words and deeds? Hast thou not lacked vigor? Hast thou exerted all possible efforts? Hast thou not become slothful? Hast thou not checked out Nichols the name? 'Tis a treat, I say. Many a joyous occasion happens upon thine channel. Games abound. Laughs in abundance. Most importantly, I am lost it with words. I lost it there. I tried. I just lost it. That was amazing. Thank you. Thank you. If I was a little more prepared, I would have had the command queued up so I could have just immediately segued into it. But I didn't. Not that time. As Makina's mentor, I want to be an example to her. Someone she could be proud of. I don't neglect to train myself on a daily basis, but I doubt I'm anywhere near the picture of perfection that I'm striving for. I appreciate it nonetheless. You're welcome. So I gotta up my game with these. I gotta do more crazy stuff. That's why I'm going with segues somehow the game leads into, or the conversation. Eventually, I'm gonna start, like, literally singing songs. I feel like I'm gonna get to that point where I'm literally gonna come up with a song on the spot. I'm also tone deaf, so they would be a terrible song. I'll tell you that right now. Right. I suppose a man like me doesn't have any right to look down on you, Chizuru. I apologize for my arrogance.
またそうやって唐突にわけのわからないことを言い出す。
I just took a moment to reflect on what it means to hold authority. The nature of your job may be different, but you won yourself the rank of principal by proving yourself as an educator. And it was wrong of me to be so rude.
何を今更という気がしないでもないほどに遅すぎる再認識ですが、そうです。私が学園長です。あなたは私をバカにしすぎですよ。
And I'll be there to cook for you. Oh boy. One of these days I'll quote, in quotes here, properly sing on stream. Won't be any good, but hey, I might attempt it at least once. But with all due respect, Madam Principal, isn't that comically round face of yours also somewhat to blame?
この丸顔は生まれつきです。これでも努力はしてるんです。
Well, I suppose you do look like a grown-up more like a grown-up than you used to. Back when I first met Chizuru, pretty much anyone would have taken her for a middle schooler. On top of which, she was wearing a frilly dress that made her look like one of those girls who sells flowers to tourists in airports. Compared to my initial impression of her, I suppose even this is something of an improvement. Could always try growing a mustache.
おひげ?
Oh my god. Indeed. Back in the day, second lieutenants fresh out of the academy used to grow facial hair in order to hide their youthful faces. It helped them avoid mockery from their men.
あのね、私は軍人じゃないですし、ましてや男の人でもありません。
Hey, frilly dresses are
ひげなんか
cool.
生えませんよ。
Oh, she's still talking there. Yes, you are right, Aura. Like, I am never gonna, like, ever disagree with that. Frilly dresses are cool. You never get anywhere if you give up before you even try. As an educator, is that really the example you want to set for the next generation?
ねえ、また面倒なことを言い出しましたね。
Once upon a time, the Japanese people surmounted every obstacle in their way through effort, determination, and strength of will. With enough willpower, it's possible to bring down a high-altitude bomber with a bamboo spear. Who says you can't grow a mustache?
ふるふると首を緩やかに振りながら穏やかに否定しますが、ありえないと思います。
Give it a try first. Don't decide it's impossible beforehand. People who give up that easily live tragically stunted lives. Who's to say you won't wake up one morning to find 3 long whiskers dangling from both sides of your face?
そんなも 者がにょろりしたら私は学校を休みます。
No matter how many times you shave them off, they'll come right back. I'm sure of it.
そんなものを生やして私にどうしろと？
After the mustache, we'll work on your ears. I respectfully advise you work on growing pointed kitty cat ears on top of your head. Also, start ending your sentences with meow whenever possible. He's trying to turn Chizuru into a Neko girl. I mean, cat girl's based, but dude. Come on, man.
なんだか本来の目的から著しく逸脱してはいませんか？
We could bury the remains of a cat that died in a traffic accident in front of your door. It will curse you for stepping on its grave every day, and you'll be transformed. Or perhaps...
悪いわじゃないです。なんかちょっとおっかないこと言わないでください。そんなの無理ですから。
He always takes it so far. Did you hear me about the meow thing? Let's give it a try. Repeat after me. I'm the principal, meow.
学園長なのにゃ。
Oh my! Okay then. That's better than expected. You've got potential. Try working a purr in there as well.
にゃ。にゃは理事会の犬なのにゃ。犬なのににゃーって変なのにゃ。
She went with this so quick.
どうしたのにゃ。急に苦しみ出して。
Damn it. Mental contamination is worse than I expected. There's a part of me that's mildly disgusted, but if you called this moe, I wouldn't be able to disagree. To think a middle-aged woman's cat talk would make my heart skip a beat.
風見くんは私をおもちゃにしすぎだと思います。
Why is that actually cute, though? It was cute, but I didn't expect it. I didn't expect that. I wasn't expecting her to literally just go all in on the cat talk. Right. Sorry. I know. But when I get a taste of peace, it's easy to get carried away. Don't hold it against me, Chizuru. Did he say middle-aged? She's like in her late 20s, early 30s. Somewhere around there. She's yeah. She's somewhere around there. Actually, I think she's just in her mid-20s. Yeah, it's just him being an asshole. Again. This guy, I'm gonna kill him. Yeah, he's just an asshole. I'm with Thor on this. Oh, great. The Kazumi Yuji Execution Squad.
そういう言い方はずるいです。あなたが言うと無駄に言葉が重いし。
I don't think I'd be smiling like this today if I hadn't come to the school. I'm grateful, you know?
それで少しは恩返しができているのかしら?
Absolutely. From now on, Makina might be following the same path I once did. But as long as this school's around, I don't think she'll repeat the mistakes I made. I hope you'll keep looking out for her from now on.
あなたはそうやってイリスさんのために頭を下げることができるし、これからもイリスさんのためにいろいろなことを教えていくことができます。学園に預けてしまえば、親は何もしなくていいというわけではないのよ。
I know.
イリスさんに関してはあなたともども再入学の手続きはいつでもできるようにしておきますから、何も心配はいりませんよ。
Thank you. On another note, Amane is hosting a welcome back curry party in the dorm tonight. Stop by if you have some free time.
はいはい、わかったにゃ。
Oh, Chizuru! It's cute, but don't indulge him. Nothing changes. Today almost seems like a continuation of yesterday. You have friends and a place to come home to. An ordinary life. Until you've lost it, it's hard to realize just how precious that really is. And Makina, of course, spent a good part of her childhood in the hospital. Home probably means something different for her than it does for most people. To her, Mihama Academy probably is home. And our friends here are essentially her family. Twilight's setting in, and I'm in a pointlessly sentimental mood. Somewhere in the distance, a public announcement speaker's playing Sunset. My daughter appears, hand in hand with Amane, eco-friendly shopping bags dangling from her elbow. And I feel my chest grow tight as I remember something I lost a long time ago. When she's on the job, her expression's flat and emotionless. But right now, she's smiling like a normal girl her age. Or several years younger, honestly. Of course, she's also taking big bites out of a chocolate-filled pretzel stick. Ah, you little punk, you're snacking again. Dropping my hand on top of Makina's fuzzy little head, I muss up her hair vigorously. She responds with a disgruntled pout.
でもアマネが食べてもいいって言ったのよ。
Seriously? Come on, Amane. You can't let her eat that crap before dinner.
いや、なんか久しぶりだからつい。
What are you, an old lady trying to buy her city kid granddaughter's love with sweets?
マキナさ、なんでもイグ食べて偉いごど。ほれ、いっぺごと食べなせ。いや、あんがとうおばあちゃん。ハムハム、ほんもハム。
Cut it out already. Once we return to my room, the preparations for dinner get underway immediately. The menu tonight's gonna be curry, just as we discussed. The heart of the dish is an Italian-style summer vegetable curry, with a rich tomato and seafood base. To which we're adding plenty of high-quality black tiger shrimp and fried eggplant as toppings. Instead of boiling the potatoes, we're baking them on the stove, cutting across in their skin, then dumping them right in the middle of the curry. That was mostly a concession to me, since I'm an advocate for eating vegetables, skin and all. Nothing wrong with potato skins. No problem eating the skin on the potato if it's boiled and mashed or what have you. I always like mashing potatoes up with a spoon and mixing them in with my curry.
アマネ、エビの背わたってどうやって取るのよさ。背中のとこからこうやって爪楊枝でプスッとやれば、ほらね。お？こうか？ブスッと。深く刺しすぎだって。ああ、それじゃボロボロになっちゃうよ。こんな感じ？ブスッと。そうそう、その紐みたいのが背わただから。で、お腹側に3箇所ぐらい切れ目入れておけば、揚げた時にくるってなんないから。そこにあるエビ全部やっちゃって。オーケー。ほい、ブスッと。
Yeah, because it's not really a vein.
ブスって言えば
That just came out of nowhere.
あんたね、榊さんに聞かれたら刺されるわよ。おじゃねえし。
This is one lamentable excuse for a conversation. But somehow it makes me feel a little more nostalgic. Amane and Makina are working on the meal in my cramped kitchen space. Sachi came over as well and offered her assistance. But at the moment, she's just kneeling on the floor in front of the rice cooker for lack of anything better to do.
炊飯終了まで5秒前。カウントダウンスタート。
God.
5、4、3、2、
1.
炊飯終了に伴いセカンドフェーズへ移行。蒸らし終了までの推定残り時間15分。監視を続行します。あのね、さっちゃん、そんなずっと見てなくても今は炊飯器が全部やってくれるから。ですが人間は機械を信用しすぎだと思います。いかに高性能な炊飯器であろうと人が見ていないところでは何をしでかすか分かったものではありません。もし私が目を離したわずかな隙に世界中の炊飯器が傲慢な人類に対して反旗を翻し、
Yes, the rice cooker Skynet uprising.
たった7日間で全世界を征服してしまったとしたら私はどう責任を取れば。いや、ないから、そういうことないから。蓋の部分に厚釜とマイコン制御でふっくらツヤツヤと書いてあります。マイコンですよ。きっといつか自我に目覚める気がします。
I think rice cookers are the least important thing for Skynet to take over.
自我に目覚めたところでお米を炊くしか能のない機械に何ができるのよ。こんにちは、炊けますか？釣りやってる人に釣れますかみたいなノリで炊飯器に話しかけるな。変な子だと思われちゃうぞ。いえ、こうして何気なく声をかけて思わず炊飯器さんが返事をしてしまったら、
Oh, Sachi.
その炊飯器さんは人類を脅かす可能性が限りなく高いと判断できます。
サッチンはそういうとこ相変わらずな。嫌いじゃないのよ。
なんだかな、マキナとユージがいない間はさっちゃんも少しはまともだったんだけどな。
Excuse me? It almost sounds like you're implying that Makina and I are a bad influence on Sachi.
いや、そのままの意味だし。
気にすることねんじゃね。つうかサッチンは久しぶりに帰ってきた風見さんのそばにずっといたいけど、私に遠慮して自分からは積極的に近寄れない。だからなんか変なこと言って風見雄二の気を引こうとしてるだけなのよ。な。マキちゃん、どうしてそういうこと言っちゃうの？違うよ。
Oh, no, it's true. She wouldn't be freaking out if it wasn't true.
違うのか。わざわざ綺麗なメイド服に着替えて目の前で顔赤くしながらもじもじしてるのにちっとも気づいてくれない牧年人たる風見雄二に軽くイラッとしてるんじゃないのか。マキちゃんひどいよ。泣くな。後でちょっとだけパパ貸してやっからな。本当？
Oh my god.
口までは許す。
許すなっての、何言ってんのあんたは。許されました。
Oh no.
さっちゃんもそんなことで喜ばないの。問題ありません。なぜならこの小峰幸、キスだけで終わる女ではないからです。
Oh, Sachi.
よくわからんことを力説してないで、暇ならポーチドエッグを作るの手伝いなさいな。ぐずぐずしてると晩ご飯の時間になっちゃうよ。
I've missed Grisaia. That's all I can say. I've missed Grisaia.
お任せください。
Sounds like someone else is here. What are you, a captain in his wardroom? Don't be so pompous.
あのね、別に深い意味はないけど、その、お風呂入ってきたから、
God damn it.
ゴムはさすがに恥ずかしくて買ってきてないけど、まあいいかなって。チルチルじゃんけ、久しぶり。私帰ってきたのよ。うげえ、マキナ、なんであんたがいんのよ。お？だから帰ってきたって言ってんべよ。もっと喜べよ。いや、そういうことじゃなくてね、なんかこう暗い部屋に
Oh
リュ
no.
ウジが一人で待ってて。
Now I'm remembering from last time. You didn't tell her come to my room for a curry dinner party with everybody. He told her, take a bath, bring some rubbers, and come to my room. I'll be waiting with the lights off. This man. This man. That's a yeah. Oh, man. Poor... I don't... Just poor Michiru. She gets so much shit.
部屋に来たってことは覚悟はできてんだろ。来いよ。やめて、私別にそんなつもりじゃ。てな感じの展開になるんじゃなかったな。はあ？おめえ何言ってんの？ここ来る前になんか決めてきたのか？
何をどう勘違いされてのこのことやってきたかは存じませんが、みちる様の順番は私の後ですよ。
サチ、あんたまで。ん？何？みちるが来たの？真似までいるの？いやー！女がこんなにいっぱい。女畑に女が鈴なりじゃないのよ。ちょっとユージ、あんたまさかここにいる女全員いっぺんに相手する気？このけだもの、鬼、悪魔。風呂まで入って男の部屋に来て、そのまま何もないってことはねえのよさ。
Yep.
こいつは甘すぎだぜ、チルチルさんよ。
Welcome back to Grisaia.
何する気よ。私帰る。おい、なんだよ。せっかく来たんだからゆっくりしていくのよ。ほれほれ。
We offer curry.
おっしゃ、マウント取った。どうだ、動きまい。
Oh my god, Makina.
やめー。なんで脱がしてる。
Okay, we need to get Makina away from Yuji immediately. She's taking... Oh, she's getting too much like him. I mean, he never did this, but she's getting more impulsive.
なんだよ、チルチル。大人パンツ履いてるのよさ。
Oh my god.
見て見て。
Oh my god. I can't believe I have to say these words. Those really are some pretty racy panties. Where'd you buy them?
もうじゃないわよ。何見てんのよ。見てんじゃないわよ。ネット通販で買ったのよ。見てないでマキナを止めなさいよ。
I'm sorry, Michiru.
これは確か以前みちる様が来るべき決戦日に備えてネット通販で買ったものですね。
How do you know?
なんであんたがそんなこと知ってんのよ、サチ。
Oh my god.
みちる様宛てに届いたお荷物を受け取ったのは私ですし、爆発物を懸念して未開封のまま中身を検査したところ、確かに中身は勝負下着でした。
Oh, good lord.
どれ、ちっと脱がしてみっか。
Oh my...
ほいっと。
She did not.
脱がされた。私今脱がされた。本人ですらいつ脱がされたのかわからないほどに一瞬で。すごいよ、マキちゃん。
That little trick's supposed to be for nicking a notebook or cell phone out of someone's pocket, not removing their underwear.
秘密がいっぱい詰まってるって意味じゃ。手帳もパンツも大して変わんねえのよ。
Why did they make the smallest one the pervert? I was just playing around when I taught Makina that technique, but she's better at it than me by now.
余計なこと教えてんじゃないわよ。いいからパンツ返しなさいよ。
This happened.
みちる様。
Oh no.
何よ。
Oh no.
少しは隠された方がよろしいかと。宣告より丸見えですが。
Michiru.
こら、見るな。
She is the butt of every joke. Everything bad happens to her. All the time. Do you people have no boundaries whatsoever? Welcome to the party, Yumiko. Oh. Hey there, Sakaki. You actually showed up.
誘われたから一応顔を出しておくくらいはしておこうと思っていたのだけれど来るんじゃなかったわ。
ユミちゃん、よく来たな。
私が知らなかったというだけでカレーパーティーというのは実は何かの狂気じみた祭典の隠語なの？
Oh no, there's actually curry here. It's just Makina being Makina.
んなことねえのよ。ごく普通にみんなで全裸になって規制を上げながらカレーを食うだけなのよさ。
Oh my god.
十分に共済じゃない。悪いけど私は失礼させてもらうわ。
Yeah, Yumiko, just run.
なんだよ。せっかく帰ってきたのに、久しぶりに会ったのに、
Great.
一緒にご飯食べる
Guilt
ぐらい
tripping.
いいじゃんかさ。もし明日私がいなくなっちゃったら、今夜が最後のチャンスなのかもしんないのよ。
それはそうだけれど。
ねえ、パパからも言ってよ。
Please, Sakaki. Stay with me. I'll make sure to keep them under control from now on.
わかったわよ。あなたがそこまで言うのなら少しだけ付き合ってあげるわよ。
付き合うって言葉が違う意味で耳に入ってんな。わかりやすいな、
Oh
こ
my
の
god.
女。
Makina, stop!
イリスさん、今何か言ったかしら？
何にも。ささ、ユミちゃん、こっち来て座って。
ユージさん、私の時はマキナの暴走を止めようともしなかったくせに、随分と対応が違うんじゃない？
Hmm? Well, you were deliberately playing along with Makina's nonsense, right?
へ？
You know how the girl is. She got no idea how to deal with seeing Mihama again after all this time. That's why she's behaving so bizarrely.
そうなの？
She didn't really have the kind of family most people take for granted, you know? The words, I'm home, probably feel a little strange to her. Honestly, she's just too shy to tell you guys how she really feels. Remember when we got back after visiting my master's grave in Yamanashi? She was oddly hyper back then, right? That was when Makina realized she had people to come home to. It made her really happy, but also really embarrassed. And that's why she ended up making a scene. Sachi clearly knows what's going on here, and she's joining in for Makina's sake. I guess I figured you were just playing along as well. Did I have the wrong idea? He's fucking with her. But he might be speaking the truth, but I think he's also just fucking with her.
そうよ、もちろんそうよ。当たり前じゃない。このミチェル様がその程度のことに気がつかないわけがないじゃない。何言ってんのあんた。当たり前じゃない。ねえ。
Right, of course. I know you're a thoughtful person, even if it isn't always obvious. Thanks, Michiru.
やめてよ。俺だけはお前のことちゃんと分かってるぞみたいなノリで、別にあんたのためにやってるんじゃないんだから勘違いしないでよね。
Pretty good tsundere, Michiru.
何よ、バカにしてさ。
こんばんは。遅くなってごめんなさいね。もう始まっちゃってるかしら。
Okay, now Chizuru's here. Nope, not yet. Things got a little more hectic than expected.
というか、ちょうどいいタイミング。カレーが完成したよ。ほら、みんなお皿持って並びな。いっぱい作ったから喧嘩しないで仲良く食べるんだよ。
A communal meal like this reminds me of the way we eat at my company. Everyone lines up, they dump rice on your plate, then the main dish, then the side dishes. You can have as many refills on the rice as you want. Once the side dishes run out, you can use the furikake seasoning to work through a few more bowls. When that runs out, you're reduced to drenching it in soy sauce. The saying was, eat as much as you want, but don't complain about the taste. If you want good food, go get yourself on a submarine. Really wasn't anything to write home about, but at the end of the day, it filled your belly. In the military, they say no one's worth more than a talented paymaster or mess sergeant. In that case, I suppose Amane must be Mihama's single greatest asset. Her curry never fails to be delicious. Holding our elliptical plates in one hand, we scoop ourselves as much firmly cooked saffron rice as we want. When we present our plates to Amane, she ladles out generous helpings of thick, viscous curry. Yeah, it's vicious curry. Vicious. It's gonna kill you. Next up, we got the shrimp, baked potato, and fried eggplant. After piling on whichever toppings we feel like, we add a few pickled vegetables on the side. By this point, our stomachs are beginning to audibly rumble.
辛いの苦手な人はポーチドエッグがあるから、それ崩して混ぜて食べてね。あと、ご飯より野菜が欲しい人は千切りキャベツあるから、好きなだけ食べていいよ。おお、すげえ、豪華すぎる、夢のよ。
Makina's built a Mount Fuji of rice on her plate. It's covered in great gobs of curry that resemble the lava from a volcanic eruption. And of course, she's also added all of the possible toppings. The girl seems a bit awestruck by the final result.
つかマキナ、あんたまた欲張ったわね。そんなにいっぱい食べられるの？おう、任せろ。最近の私、びっくりするぐらいよく食うのよ。まあいいか。今日は好きなだけ食べなさいな。
Once everyone's been served and taken their seats, Amane cheerfully says, "Let's eat," and we all push our spoons into the curry. The very first bite fills my mouth with the familiar taste of Amane's cooking, inspiring a surprisingly intense sense of nostalgia. It almost feels like I've come back to my childhood home. You could call this the taste of a home-cooked meal, I suppose. It's honestly a little crude. That's how Amane's food always is. The menu might change, but she's always the same. There's something warm and oddly comforting about this taste.
不思議。なんかモネのカレーってどっかで食べたことがあるような味がするのよね。なんでだろう。
ああ、それはね、誰でも一度は食べたことがあるメジャーブランドのカレールーを何種類かブレンドして作ってるからじゃないかな。市販のルーを使っているのですか？ですが、このあたかもスパイスを焙煎するところから始めたかのような深みと香ばしさは一体。ほのかな苦みと香ばしさはインスタントコーヒーを混ぜたからだよ。
Oh.
そのコーヒーも誰もが飲んだことがある安いやつね。
So throw in some instant coffee to your curry powder and mix, and you'll get huh. Okay. That's definitely different.
コーヒーはどのぐらい入れるんですか？さあ、私いつも目分量で適当だし。
Just plays it by ear. I love it.
なんか相変わらず雑よね、あんたの料理って。それなのになんで美味しいんだろう。
Because love is put into it. It's probably because she has an excellent grasp on the fundamentals.
怪しいわね。なんかこう、なんでも美味しく感じちゃう変なもの混ぜてるんじゃないの？
MSG?
失礼ね。変なものは混ぜてないわよ。お味噌とかソースとかケチャップとかいろいろ入れたけど、食べられないものは入れてないし。
そんなにいっぱい入れたの？
だからこんなに濃厚なのかしら。なんだかドロドロしていて、スプーン
Oh,
を横
dang.
にしてもこぼれないし。
Yeah, that's a thick-ass curry.
ドロッとしてるのはすりおろしたお餅が溶けてるからだよ。
No, that'll do it.
私ってば水っぽいベチャベチャしたカレーってあんまし好きじゃないんだよね。
Okay. Well, if you want thicker curry, throw some mochi in there.
このドロッとしたところがお家のカレーって感じで私は大好きですよ。もういっそ寮母だけじゃなくて学食でその腕を振るってみてはどうかしら。
ああ、仕事がもらえるのは嬉しいですけど、今はまだ学生も少ないですし、寮母で賄いきれちゃいますよ。
せっかく学食があるのに使わないのはもったいないと思って。
今はここにいるみんなが喜んでくれればそれでいいんですよ。
So yeah, they have an entire school, and they don't even use, like, half of it. She's crying?
あれ、マキナ、あんた。
Hmm?
やだ、ちょっと、あんたどうしたの？なんで泣いてんのよ。
あれ、私泣いてる？なんでだろう、変なの。
I haven't saved in a little bit, so I'm gonna save real quick. Also, just to give me an idea of where we are.
シナリオ進行度の確認なのよさ。
We got a long way to go for Makina. Holy crap.
そんなに辛くしてないんだけどな。お水飲む？
No, get milk. If something's spicy, get milk. Water just moves the hot around.
なんだろうね。あまねえのご飯だって。久しぶりだな。美味しいなって。昔はこれよく食べてたなって思ったら、なんかいつの間にか泣いてた。
マキナ、あんた。
あまねえ、いつもご飯作ってくれてありがとね。
うんうん。こんなのでよかったらいつでも作ってあげるから。いっぱい食べ
Okay.
なさい。
Okay, that is actually pretty cute. Speaking as someone who's also been known to tear up at the taste of food, it's hard to know how wonderful an ordinary meal is until you're forced to go without them. Judging from the way she's tearing up as she watches Makina eat, it's obvious that Amane put an unusual amount of heart into her meals. But it's not as if Makina was eating that poorly while she was staying with me in America, and we ate out frequently enough that we had a favorite Italian place. Even so, Amane's slapdash cooking brought Makina to tears tonight. I once described Amane's food as having a motherly taste. At the time, Makina responded, "It tastes just like an old lady made it." But today, she unconsciously realized how much that comforting taste meant to her. I think she finally understands what I meant back then. For Makina and me, Amane's cooking is an irreplaceable gift. But what can the two of us do for her in return? It's not just Amane. Sachi, Sakaki, the principal, and even Michiru. We care deeply about all of them. What can we do for them to repay what they've done for us? Defending our country honestly seems like a pretty grandiose way of answering that question. But at the very least, I want the world to be peaceful enough that they can eat their curry with smiles on their faces. That's what you got?
それで今夜はこの後どうするつもりなの？
So let's see, is this a new scene or are we still on the same one? Oh, new scene. Let's see how far ahead we are now. Okay, we're only halfway through her route, her after-story route. Why is it so big? It's about the same length as Yumiko's, but that went by pretty fast. We'll go a little bit long, not that much longer. I was planning to rent a room in a nearby hotel for Makina and myself.
今から？確かに観光ホテルはたくさんあるけど、一応予約ぐらいは入れておかないと、今の時期の飛び込みは不利な条件を重ねてたらい回しにされるわよ。
Didn't Sakaki's father build a few ugly tax shelter hotels around here? Maybe we can get a room in one of those?
あのね、あなたのそういう皮肉じみた態度を改めないと、どこへ行っても面倒なガキはお断りって追い出されるんだから。
Maybe I can just get Makina a room? No, probably not. She's even sassier than I am.
あなたの部屋はそのままの状態で残してあるし、これからホテルを探す手間を考えれば、今日はこのまま寮に泊まったら？
It's nice of you to offer, but Makina and I are technically outsiders.
私が許可します。だいたいあなたたちのような面倒な子は会社もあまり外には出したくないでしょうしね。ハルデラさんには私の方から連絡しておきます。
Sorry for the hassle.
久しぶりに戻ってきたんだし、ゆっくりしていきなさいな。
I guess I'll do that. Come to think of it, the company performed a thorough investigation of the academy prior to my transfer. So from their point of view, it's probably easier to monitor us if we stay here. Oh no. Sounds good. Grand bathroom here is pretty damn nice. Oh, right. It looks like we'll be staying in this dorm instead of renting a hotel room tonight, Makina.
お？何を今さらだぜ？お風呂入ってる間に済ませておくって、今サッチンがベッドの用意してくれてんのよ。
Sachi really is a considerate girl.
私は真似するべき。
Never hurts to imitate people's positive qualities. Just be careful. Last thing I need is you learning from a certain blonde who cries at people over the phone every time she gets drunk.
おお JB な。普段はパリッとしてよくできた女風なのに、そういうとこで時々ダメな。
Oh
あ
my
いつ
god. Come on, kid. I left out her name deliberately.
おお、ごめんよ。私ってばそういうとこでダメな女なのよさ。
Yeah. You really need to stop blurting out everything that pops into your head.
んなことより、ちゃっちゃとお風呂入っちゃうのよさ。大きいお風呂にゆっくり入るのなんて久しぶりなのよ。
Okay, I'm gonna do something real fast. And that is... yeah. Get my mouse over the window capture if I gotta make it go away for a few seconds. Even though I know there's not going to be anything, I want to be prepared. True enough. You have your duck?
おうよ。ここ出て行くときに置いてったのがそのまま残ってたのよさ。
Oh boy. Just as Makina said, it's been quite a while since we've had access to a bathtub of this size. Outside of a few parts of the Eurasian continent, there just aren't many Japanese-style baths of this sort anywhere else in the world. And of course, this particular bath brings back a lot of memories for Makina and me. We don't waste any time making ourselves comfortable. Oh, thank God.
いいお湯が構造ロックにまで染み込むのよさ。
I don't mind you relaxing, but at this rate, you're probably gonna nod off in there. Come over here so I can wipe you down before you get too sleepy.
ほんじゃ、抱っこして。
Like this. Like this, then? Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. Well, you know me. I love breasts from the bottom of my heart.
大好きと言われてしまえば
No!
ないのもまた事実。わかった。好きにつかめばいいのよさ。
I was just kidding. Come on, wrap your arms around my neck. You might have gained a little weight, but you're still pretty damn light. Okay then. Hot water incoming. Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, whatever. It's censored. Just gotta get through it. Which one of these is the shampoo?
おう、これこれ。チルチルに借りた便所の芳香剤みたいな匂いがすんやつ。
Come on, kid. You can at least compare it to the smell of a grapefruit peel.
ぬ？誰だお前。
That would be you. Don't get startled by your own reflection in the mirror.
おお、焦った。リボンしてねえと。
Oh.
私ってお母さんにそっくしなのよさ。
Oh, she's actually right. Well, your mom does have a cute face. Shame she's a nightmare in every other respect.
驚愕の新事実に気がついてしまったのよさ。
Oh, really? That doesn't sound good. Care to elaborate?
もしかして私ってば成長したところでお母さんレベル？
Well, I have to admit, I could see you looking a lot like her in a couple decades.
どうしよう。私のお母さん貧乳だよ。ぐわーっとちくしょう。私はあまねのようなバインバイン
Oh my
つもりだ
god.
ったのに。
I don't need to hear her say how she's gonna become boing boing. Well, you're not really growing that much, unfortunately. Barely got any taller in the last year. Come to think of it, I'm impressed a puny kid like you even got through the enlistment exam. Isn't the minimum height for a woman 155 centimeters? I will look that up later when we're out of the scene.
背伸びしても150センチだったんだけど、検査官の前で泣きそうな顔してたらおまけしてくれたのよ。
Oh god. Well, sometimes they let you enlist on the assumption you'll grow a little. But I bet the clothes and shoes they issued you didn't really fit.
靴はパパに言われた通りに冬用の靴下2枚履きしたし、服はダボダボのまま着てたらエドワード教官殿が「ちこのどちみだ!」って文句言いながら縫い直してくれた。
Willow from Fiji, what did I come into? Also, I have stream muted because airport. No worries, Golden. I'll type very fast. There. That should be like all you need to know. Grisaia, that's all. Eddie Walker? That guy always was a soft touch. Didn't know he was an instructor now. The old crybaby's come a long way.
そうなの？今じゃ鬼教官だって有名なのよ。私もお前の親父もチビだったが、お前はそれに輪をかけてドチビだ。
I gotta look up who Eddie Walker was again later.
服が体に合わないなら体をでかくしろってむちゃくちゃ言われたし。
No kidding. You know, that guy might be huge, but he's actually pretty lousy in a fight. Oh, it's that guy. That's who Eddie is. I remember him. So he became kind of a... He became a drill sergeant nasty. Okay.
おお、それは知ってる。近接格闘術習ってる時に襟首掴まれたから、そのまま腕に抱きついて振り上げたかかとでこめかみ蹴っ飛ばしてやったらぐらついてたのよさ。
Oh, yeah? Bet he stood there with his knees trembling and said, I just got careless, you little punk.
いたいた。そんで今日はこれぐらいで勘弁しておいてやるって言った。ねえ、教官に勝ったんだし、私ってばもう一人前じゃね？もういつでもパパの代わりに仕事できるのよ。
Don't get ahead of yourself, kid. Shit, that's the black screen. In the first place, the only thing I taught you was self-defense skills. I wasn't training you to kill people.
そりゃわかってるけどさ。
It's not too late to reconsider, you know. There's no point following in my footsteps. I'm not exactly a good person.
別にパパの真似じゃねえもん。自分で選んだ道なのよ。勝手に私をかわいそうな子にすんじゃねえっつのよさ。
You really don't get it, do you? When you kill someone, you're crossing a line. It's something that can't be undone.
パパは人を殺したことがあるんでしょ？
Yes. I know what it's like. I don't want you to go through what I did. When I killed someone on the job, I'd go out drinking with my buddies that night, and I'd laugh like an idiot. No matter how stupid the joke was, I laughed and laughed. I laughed until it hurt, and I still didn't stop. Eventually, the sweat running down my body would grow cold, and the laughter would fade away, replaced by uncontrollable trembling. I trembled in terror. I trembled for joy at my survival. I trembled from regret for what I'd done. My heart was cold, and the trembling wouldn't stop. So I'd go out and sleep with women. Eventually, my emotions grew numb. I started to view death from a detached, almost philosophical perspective. People die when their time's up. Simple as that. There's no point asking if it's just or fair. Whether I myself lived or died no longer seemed particularly important. If my luck ran out, I just have to accept it. It was all just a game, anyway. I don't want you to ever feel that way.
それはわかるよ。ある日ね、ふと自分の置かれた特殊な環境にゾッとする。なんでこんなことになったんだろうって悩みもする。でもね、パパを慰めることのできる女ってのは同じものを見て同じ気持ちを理解できる女だけだと思う。だったら私はパパと同じ経験をしたい。同じ傷を持ちたい。パパにしか理解できないものがあるのは寂しいよ。時々ふっと遠くを見るような顔をされるとパパがどこかへ行っちゃうような気がして泣きそうになるのよ。
Well, I know where you're coming from. I seem to remember saying something pretty similar to Asako myself. And I'm sure it just left her just as anguished and uncertain as I am right now. Still, you're just not ready yet. Sooner or later, a soldier's gonna have to pull the trigger of their gun without the slightest hesitation. The real point of all that training is to toughen you up mentally, so that you won't falter when the time comes. We pull the trigger on behalf of those who can't. That's what our job boils down to, really. We're out there in place of our friends, our relatives, and thousands of complete strangers. And we make sure they can live their normal lives in blissful ignorance. We don't need their gratitude. In this line of work, it would actually make things harder. As long as I'm on active duty, I won't let you kill anyone. If you're that determined, you'll have to start with me.
命がけかよ。
Well, you're basically all I've got left to live for.
そもそもどうしてパパはこんな仕事をすることになったのよさ。
I had my reasons, of course. Didn't I explain this to you before?
なんか長々と説明されて途中で寝ちまったような気がするのよさ。
Oh my god.
もっと簡単に説明して。
You want the short version, huh? I was a stupid kid born a few years after a genius. My parents never really cared about me. When my sister died in an accident, our family fell apart completely, and I ended up killing my own parents. My life went from bad to worse, but eventually a woman named Asako picked me up out of the dirt. I ended up getting into this business for reasons a lot like yours. I desperately wanted to repay Asako for everything she'd done for me. I think that about covers it. Satisfied now?
今度は簡単すぎてよくわかんね。
Oh my god. Come on, kid.
もうちっとだけ詳しく。
It's kind of a long story. It's all in the past now. Well, let's do this some other time.
ねえ、パパ。
Hmm?
私ってパパが生きるための理由になってるのかな。
Yeah. Absolutely.
本当に？
Why would I lie about something like that?
じゃあパパの言う通りにする。もう仕事させろとか言わない？
Is she done? She's not gonna get into Ichigaya now? I'd appreciate that.
でも条件付き。
Oh, come on! Should have known. What is it with women and their conditions?
なに？そんな難しい話じゃないのよ。
I swear to God. Makina smiles up at me cheerfully. After carefully rinsing the shampoo from her hair, I wrap my arms around her once again. Insert H scene there. Okay. I am saving there for now. That's more than enough for me today. Oh my god. We're still like at the halfway point of this entire route. I'm just, yeah, so we said done for tonight. Oh. That was certainly Grisaia, I will say. That was definitely a Grisaia stream. 100%. Alright, now I gotta look some things up. Went to the wrong... Okay, 155 centimeters is basically a foot, 5 feet. So she's officially under 5 feet. Not surprised. She is, you know, rather small. Sorry. Whew. Okay. Sorry, cleared my throat there for a second. Alright, so, no stream tomorrow. I'm taking tomorrow off. But I will be back Wednesday for more Labyrinth. If we're lucky, we'll finish Makina's route this week. If I feel like we're close to the end, I might do another stream into the next week, just to try to finish it off. Just so we can go into the next after story the next time I put the stuff properly on the schedule. Oh. So, yeah, so I don't really have any more to say, so thank you everybody for watching, commenting, lurking. Appreciate it very, very much. Wrong command. I am going to send everyone off here to Oracle. She was here in the chat earlier, playing some Fire Emblem 3 Houses, and also showing off a little bit of an update on her VTuber model. So, again, thank you everybody. Next time y'all see me should be Wednesday for some more Labyrinth at 6. So I hope you all have yourselves a great rest of your night, and let's send some love off to Oracle.